Colin?
Right. Let's get to the initial arrangement regarding the discussion around possible retrenchment. Was the NUM not aware that this could inevitably happen?
Not at all. We are not aware. A few months ago, we averted a large-scale retrenchment by the very same company. They never said to us in the near future they will end up retrenching 8,500 workers. We were just told, in fact, I got an email yesterday morning from Chris Shepherd, the Chief Operations Officer for AngloGold Ashanti, stating that they intend to retrench 8,500 workers.
So if this came as a shock, what about the news around certain mine shafts which were kept in ICU just to have a temporary measure to avert these retrenchments?
If there were such operations that were kept in so-called ICU, we would have been informed by the company and would have embarked on measures to make those mines profitable. Here we have a case of mines that are no longer giving them the profits that they would love to get. That is why they intend to close. And we believe that there's some politics in the whole matter, because it can't be just a coincidence that after the promulgation of the new mining charter, they decide to retrench 8,500.
Do you think this is a backlash?
We believe that they want to prove to other people that the current government is useless because there are job losses, whereas there are man-made job losses.
But they are saying that this has nothing to do with the mining charter.
Pure lie. They should prove to everybody that this has got nothing to do with the new mining charter.
Well, I mean, this is a job bloodbath. So what are you going to do about it?
Well, first of all, our first point of departure is to try and stop this whole process. If we fail, we'll have to sit around the table and see how can we reduce the number of people who are affected.
Let's get to your initial reaction to the promulgation of this mining charter. Many people were not happy with the declaration by the minister that this is part of radical economic transformation. And if there is negative sentiment, for example, the mining charter, rather the Chamber of Mines going to court to try and interdict the minister concerning this mining charter, the changes being expedited. What's your feeling around it?
We did not expect the Chamber to be happy about the new mining charter anyway, because the Chamber of Mines are anti-transformation. The fact that they say they were never consulted is not true. We were all consulted as parties or what you call stakeholders in the mining industry. The fact that we were not consulted, it doesn't mean that the minister had to take decisions. We had to co-govern with the minister. It doesn't mean, consultation doesn't mean that.
Now, in the process, do you think that the way it has been implemented by the minister, when he says that this is in the interest of empowering black people? And secondly, we've had a march yesterday to the JSE by the mining communities in the Platinum Belt, saying that they would like mining investors to be considerate of the plight of the mining communities. What do you have to say about that? Because they announced yesterday that they're going to occupy the mine shafts that are not even operational, which were closed.
Yeah, we share the feeling of those mining communities, because indeed you find a shaft standing idling there, either mothballed or about to be closed or abandoned, whereas there are people around the area that are unemployed. We believe the charter tries to address such issues, but there's one thing that is not clear to us as the NUM in the charter, that who are these entrepreneurs who are mentioned in the 14% that is set aside for them. We don't want anything that will create space for any corrupt activity within the charter.
Now, as we close this interview, what do you have to say to the Chamber of Mines and these inevitable job losses at AngloGold Ashanti? What do you have to say to them?
Well, we say to the Chamber of Mines, despite that many of their CEOs are non-South Africans, we say they must be patriotic. They must have empathy for the people that they are throwing into poverty, out of employment. They must be serious about creating jobs. They must explore for new mines.
All right, thank you very much. We're going to have to leave it there.
Thank you.
Well, Mr. David Muzi, who is the General Secretary of the National Union of Mineworkers, speaking to us about the retrenchments at AngloGold Ashanti.